Now, from the golden age of comics, welcome to Prisoners of the Incredible Plants. The planetary system had been inhabited up to Jupiter. Beyond that, the asteroid belts were unconquered and unexplored. But hardy space prospectors braved the dangers of uncharted space to bring back precious metals and minerals for Earth's millions. One such space transport was returning to Earth after a 6-year journey when, without warning, loomed the giant hollow asteroid containing a dreaded menace greater than any peril threatening the universe. To conquer it was difficult, but to fail meant death. We join space pilot Dan Dare and his crew as they explore the giant asteroid that has appeared before them. Great Scott! What is that thing out there? It looks like a giant asteroid. Cut the jets quick! We're being dragged down by its gravitational pull. Brace yourselves, we're going to crash. Barely had the rocket's engines been switched off when it shattered the gelatinous outer envelope of the strange asteroid's stratosphere. The ship then became sucked in with incredible strength towards what looked like a hard central core. Inside the ship, we find 2 of the crew sitting on the floor. Smoke from damaged pipes can be seen drifting in the air. We see a crewman leaning against the bulkhead and holding on to his leg. I think only my ankle's sprained. Well, how about you and the others? Another crewman is leaning on the floor, his hand against the side of his head, his uniform ripped. No one's hurt, but we're all stunned. What kind of asteroid is this? Let's hope the ship hasn't been damaged too much. Looking at one of the gauges, crewman Lon reports, "Captain, the meters all registered that there's enough air outside for normal breathing." Captain Dare is unsure if the readings can be trusted. "Nevertheless, Lon, we'll have to be careful. Dangers can lurk anywhere on an asteroid like this. Put on all of your equipment." Lon and Dawson venture outside the ship and begin to look around. First out is Lon. "Here I go, sir. Say, the ground isn't too bad. It feels sort of spongy and resilient." From the ship's main hatch, the captain says, "Cover him, Dawson. You other men stay close to each other and within 5 yards of the ship until we can determine our environment." Lon and Dawson are startled by what they see. "Dawson, look! This landscape is straight out of some prehistoric past." The prehistoric past never contained as many different kinds of vegetation as this. The whole horizon is covered with them. The crew begins their exploration of the immediate terrain in earnest. To all sides of them there were huge ferns, towering plants, gigantic trees, and all sorts of weird, indescribable vegetation that literally covered the ground. Looking around, the captain issues an order. "Well, there doesn't seem to be any signs of hostile life except for this jungle, but stick close anyway. Dawson, check the damage to the ship." Dawson climbs up on the ship's hull. "Well, the hull is broken through in 3 places, Captain. We'll have to remold and weld the copper coating on it, or we'll never make it back to Earth." Looking up at Dawson, the captain replies, "Well, all the ship's controls are working, which means we can blast off from here as soon as we're finished." Facing his men, Captain Dare continues to bring them up to date on the situation. "Yet, we were powerless to pull free from this freakish gravity when we entered and when we sighted the asteroid. That means we have to use every auxiliary engine we have to blast off in order to combat the pull." Standing next to some equipment, Lon reports, "Luckily, we have all the mining equipment to find the copper ore for the hull." 4 of the crew set out to find the necessary metal ore that could be molded onto the hull, while the remaining 2 men stay behind to guard the ship. The captain issues his orders. "Each man will cover the other. Adams, Swing that ore detector more towards your right. Will the crew find the copper ore they need? What will they find as they explore the asteroid? Find out more in the next episode of Prisoners of the Incredible Plants.